Hello, this is Daniel Raymond with Ray's Guide to the 50 Things for Every New Player Should Know. For those of you just arriving, perhaps for the free fly event. 1. This is still an early access alpha. Yes, it seems like it's been that way forever, but that is what it is. You will encounter flaws and missing features. You will be playing a game in its awkward adolescence, and part of the enjoyment will be following it as it grows up. If you can't get into that frame of mind, you will likely be frustrated. 2. There is an issue council on the RSI website, which is good for reporting bugs and also for seeing what bugs others are seeing so you can either avoid them or participate in seeing if you can duplicate them. 3. Every player starts with a home city. This is where their initial inventory is located and the location of the hospital or clinic where their respawn image is held, although it can be moved. 4. The Y key exits a bed. It will also exit chairs, cockpits, turrets, or whatever. Why get out of bed? Yes, that's what you need to remember. 5. The escape key brings up the game menu. This is how you leave the game. It is also where you access game options for graphics, sound, etc., and where you can view or customize your keyboard and controller buttons. The options menu is also available from the game loading screen. 6. Chat visibility is toggled by the F12 key. Hit enter to open a text chat message, type your message, and then hit enter send it. While entering a text chat message, the tab key will cycle through the options for the channel to send the chat message to. 7. If you have a microphone, proximity voice chat is toggled by the Numpad plus button. I brings up the inventory system, which is quite detailed. There is no global inventory. Everything is actually somewhere, and you need to be there too, or at least close by to change it. Generally what you are carrying is on the left, and what is stored at your location you are at is in the right. However, if you are at your ship, either the left or the right side can be changed to your ship. So you can move things from the location to your ship and from your ship to you. Note that ships as small as a hover bike still have some internal storage. Backpacks are also useful for holding and organizing storage. Finally, things can be equipped to your character by double-clicking on them, and most have a context menu that can be accessed by right-clicking. F1 brings up the MobiGlass system, which is like your futuristic tablet computer. Things that in other games might be in a menu system are on the MobiGlass. The various apps in the MobiGlass are across the bottom. In order, they are A. An alternate interface to the chat system, B. The vehicle loadout manager, where you can tell the mechanics to swap out the guns and system components of your ships and vehicles. Note that the ship must actually be stored at the location that you are at. Otherwise, it will not be available or listed as read-only. Also, the component must be stored at the location that you are at. C. The Knickknacks app, which is how you track where you have all that you have in the various places where things will inevitably get spread around. D. The Arc Star map, which is how you see and navigate around the verse. It is currently undergoing a complete rewrite, which everyone agrees is badly needed. Using this requires a separate tutorial of its own, which fortunately is available. E. Mo Trader, which you can use to send credits to other players, and while in prison, send time served merits to others also in prison. F. The Contracts Manager, which is where you will sign up for missions and track progress. G. Ship Services. When you're in the pilot's seat and your ship is on a service pad, you can use this to refuel, repair, and rearm. H. Journal. This contains information about various places you are at and what is happening. And I. The Delphi Reputation Tracker. This is where you track how you are standing with various groups and individuals that give reputation. 10. Movement is mostly the same whether you're on foot, in vehicle, floating in space, or piloting a ship. It uses keybinds that are likely familiar from many other games. The mouse controls where you are pointing, W moves forward, A moves sideways left, S moves backwards, D moves sideways right, spacebar moves or jumps up, left control moves down or crouches, X while on foot goes prone, Q rolls or leans left, E rolls or leans right. 11. Your walking speed is controlled by the scroll wheel, which will also control your speed limiter on your spaceships as well. 12. To interact with things, hold the F key and click. Things will glow one color if they can be interacted with, and will glow a different color if they can be interacted with, but you aren't close enough or at the correct angle. If there is more than one way to interact with something, a menu of choices will float above. 13. F plus the right mouse button brings up the personal inner thought radial menu. Think of this as how to interact with yourself. It is context-sensitive, customizable, and remembers your most recent actions. 14. When you first wake up in a landing zone, you will be in the upper floor of an apartment building. You will need to find the elevator, interact with the panel, wait for the elevator, and then interact with the panel to go to the first floor and exit. 15. Currently, most of the landing zones are organized into 3 main areas accessible to players that are connected by some sort of public transport. ArcCorp Area 18 is an exception, as there are only 2. A, there is a habitation area, which includes your apartment building, medical, and maybe some other social and retail locations. B, there is a main commercial area. And C, there is the spaceport. 16. Space stations are similarly organized and connected with an elevator system. There is the hangars, habs, and medical area. There is the Galleria commercial area. And there is a station-specific industrial area, which at present is either a refinery or cargo hub. 17. Although you can buy many things in stores just by interacting with them, the stores also have a purchasing kiosk that can be interacted with. When you get to the spaceport, look for some fleet manager terminals. This is where you can bring your ships in from storage. It is also where you can make insurance claims on destroyed ships. If you retrieve your ship, you'll be given a hangar or landing pad number where to find it. Then take the elevator to that location. 19. When you get to your ship, entry points will be marked. Depending on the ship, interact either with the button near the entry point or with the entry point itself. 20. When you get to your ship, there will be individual buttons, panels, and controls that can be interacted with, but to quickly get flight ready, just hit on.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride.
21. Remember that landing control is your friend, so that is where you will find them. In the chat app under Friends, usually right at the top. Tap on the communication button to get them to open the doors. Later, this is also how you will request a landing pad. 22. Most new pilots have trouble getting out of the hangar because they overcomplicate it. If you have a top door hangar, then simply move up by only touching the spacebar. If it sticks a little and pitches up, then adjust the pitch with the mouse. If you have a front door hangar, then just tap the spacebar enough to get off the landing pad, and then press W to move out through the door. 23. N controls the landing gear. Tap to toggle the gear in and out, and if you are close enough to the pad and your gear is extended, you can hold N to auto land. 24. C toggles on and off cruise control, which will try to keep your speed at the speed setting you control with the scroll wheel. 25. B controls your quantum drive. Tapping B will turn it on and off. Turning it on will show a set of destinations in your general area. Pointing at one will start the process of calibrating it, and after it is fully calibrated, holding B will engage it. You can use the star map to plot a course to a location, which will cut down on the visual clutter and only show the next point to quantum drive to. I'm going to stop there, not because there isn't more to know, there's lots more to know, but you can only expect to digest so much in a single batch. In addition, from here, what's most important depends on what you are planning on doing. Using firearms is important if you're going to go around security, ship weapons if you are dogfighting, trade terminals for trading, mining for, well, mining. Your best sources for help are 1. Asking questions in chat. This is generally a helpful community, particularly during free flight times. 2. Tutorial videos on YouTube, but of course, you already know that. Note, though, that older videos will be outdated in some areas. For example, a video I did titled 50 Most Important Things less than a year ago is utterly useless on the subject of inventory and respawning. 3. There's also a guide system if you want a personal tutorial, and 2 limited instant action sub-games with no consequences for mistakes. They are Arena Commander for spaceflight and Star Marine for ground combat. Now for an update on my Grow the Channel ship giveaway. As the time recording, we are at half the subscriber goal and 30% of the membership goal to trigger the giveaway of the winner's choice of one of 2 massive ships, the Anvil Liberator ship-shipping ship for shipping your ships, and the Misk Odyssey long-duration exploration carrier. 1 entry per video, members are entered automatically, and if a member, as of the date of the video, they get both ships. For others, just be a subscriber and comment with the secret word. And the secret word for this video is what I said landing control was. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Daniel Raymond for Ray's Guide.
Landing gear deployed.